always breathe through my mouth.
You do. You can hear it on this. I know because when I go through this and edit it, well, I don't really edit it, but when I listen to it back, I'm just like, that's very mouth breathy.
Oh, I've
That's
always
very-
got a blocked nose. That's why.
Yeah, you wouldn't last a fucking minute doing Wim Hof.
What's Wim Hof?
I don't know. It's some fad, some kind of. It's like exercise or something, like breathing. Like it's how some people go for a run or go to the gym. It's kind of like that, but instead they breathe through their nose.
And do you get stronger out of it?
Yeah, apparently it's just like you get that euphoric feeling of like if you were to like take drugs or something like that, but instead of taking drugs, you're simply just breathing.
High on life.
Yeah, just high on life. But there's a lot of people into it at the moment, like
What's it
Wim
called?
Hof.
Wim Hof.
So it's like, it's exactly like going to the gym or exercising, but instead of doing any kind of physical activity whatsoever, you're simply breathing.
Sounds like one of those things that someone's just made up and they're good at selling shit and they can sell shit to dumbass people and they're into it.
Bro, that's what
I'm
it
a
is.
Wim Hofer,
But
and
that-
it's
that's
not
what-
real and they believe it. It's like those guys that make you shake when they put Jesus through your system.
Yeah. I mean, that's what most things these days are marketing, Most things are marketing. Like, as they say, sell ice to igloos. And
Ice to igloos,
I
yeah.
sell the ice to the igloos. Igloos are the little native people of Antarctica. But if you can sell ice to them, that's what it comes down to, is like kind of marketing. And that's what these people are doing. The
With
Wimule Hoflingtons, those people are doing it. And they also, what they do is they get themselves into like a really cold water. They put themselves in cold water. They'll fill up an ice, because a chest freezer is usually stored, what you use for storing animal and dead bodies and parts and stuff like that. But these people are emptying the dead bodies out of their freezers and filling it up with really cold water and keeping that on and then throwing themselves in there for like a minute, 2 minutes, and then practicing their Wimule Hoflington breathing and getting like a euphoric feeling from it.
You're starting to sell it to me, man.
Yeah,
That doesn't
it doesn't sound
too
pretty
bad,
good.
Yeah.
Because you think of like how expensive and dangerous drugs are now with the what's the
they're not
ibuprofen?
cheap.
No, not ibuprofen. The ethanol that they're putting in it now. That's killing
Fentanyl, whatever it's
fentanyl.
called,
That's the one. It's killing thousands of Americans each week.
Fake ice and shit.
And all you have to do is just get
what is fentanyl?
just empty the dead bodies out of your chest freezer, fill it with cold water, jump in there and breathe through your nose. And you're getting that same euphoric feeling as you would, having a gram of the cocaine or whatever.
Gram of Charlie.
Yeah, so you can see how it's like, people are really getting into this whole
What
thing.
happens if you do a gram of Charlie and then get in the ice bath?
I'm pretty sure you implode. You implode. And that's how you end up with another dead body in a chest freezer.
There are science labs that have to test this shit around the world.
Yeah,
Imagine
there
having
are.
that gig. Oh, they just
Well, testing cocaine in a chest freezer.
yeah.
Yeah.
Pfizer.
Sign me. Actually, I was going to say sign me up, but that doesn't sound good. This is a health focused podcast because it is loosely based around surfing. Where are you off to?
I just needed to shut the door. We woke up the baby.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you better shut the door. Don't want to wake up You don't want your baby hearing us talking about cocaine and filling up chest freezers with dead bodies, bro. That's bad parenting right there. Your child could be scarred and damaged for life from hearing us talk just then.
Well,
How old is he?
You know how
8.
some parents do things
8
like
months.
helicopter parenting, and
Is that when you
some
swing your baby around by the ankles?
yep, when they're in trouble. No,
Yeah.
it's when you hover over everything they do and you're monitoring everything. It's like everything they're touching, you're hovering over them. Helicopter
Oh,
parenting.
okay.
Then there's like go
OPP,
outside.
OPP, I used
Do-
to call that overprotective.
Then there's hands off, hands off parenting.
Free ranging.
Yeah, I choose to do floodgate parenting, where I just flood them with everything. Like so, they've seen drugs, sex, music.
Visually, you've showed them
yeah,
videos?
the works.
Yeah.
No, they don't watch. They haven't seen videos. They just watch it real time.
I guess that makes sense because what you're doing is you're desensitizing your children to the outside world. So when they do venture out and they are having to make decisions for themselves in the real world,
They've seen someone
they've
doing
seen it. They
under
know what's going on,
good
and they're
decision-making,
aware
yeah.
of the dangers and the perils and pitfalls of life.
And within the floodgate parenting, it's nothing obscene or too risky. It's just the real things that every day-to-day people are doing. The sex, the drugs, the rock
I
and
had
roll.
sex this morning, for instance, and like I
Exactly.
mean, your children weren't watching me, but that's real world stuff that I
Yeah.
think everyone should be not myself,
if
but
you-
just in general.
We won't let my children watch you have sex, though, because it sounds interesting. I've heard
Yeah.
it.
I mean, it's not a very big room, so for one. There's not really enough room in the room.
Well, there's not enough room for two people in there, so we know that you're on your own.
Well, it's a solo venture.
Yeah.
But anyway, how have you been? You told me before that you'd been, like, after some recent videos that we've done, that you've been through some, or not tough times, but a little bit of almost bullying, maybe.
Yeah. I'm getting called Faeces because of the vlog, and when we started the vlog and this podcast, when I was just trying to help you out, Raglan surfboard, I was Luke.
It's just Luke.
My own thing.
But I guess I've already established that my name's Luke, and although your name is also Luke, it will get a bit confusing. Like if it was
it's hard
just
for
Luke
me
and
because
Luke.
you're the alpha in this relationship as well, and I have to sort of take. I can't be Luke anymore, and you don't get to choose your nickname normally.
You don't. That's one thing in life.
And so people are calling me Faeces.
Yeah, and that's a bit rough because it did start off as, I guess, a satirical video or a parody of another vlog, right?
That's right.
And then now it's kind of like it's taken on its own life.
Yeah.
And you have acquired a nickname from that, which is Faeces, which...
Well, people
that's human shit. Or not just human shit, but that is shit.
Poos.
Faeces means shit. So
Yeah.
people are calling you shit.
I was at work the other day doing a porphyry for the FIFA Women's World Cup, because the FIFA Women's World Cup's coming to New Zealand, and I was at that, and there's the president of FIFA and maybe 100 delegates from around the world, and someone yelled out, "Faeces! Ha! It's Faeces!" across the courtyard at me from behind the ropes. They were just in the public.
Yeah. At first, did you think that was a little bit odd that someone would be that excited to see some shit?
Well,
and
no,
then you realised that they were actually addressing you.
Yeah. No, I knew. As soon as I heard it, I was like, that prick watches the Raglan Surf Report.
Yeah.
Fuck, Luke's bloody...
I mean, that's good. That's good for me that people are watching what I do, but then it's also not that good for you when people are publicly yelling out Faeces towards you.
I just put my headphones, because I was a camera operator, I just put my headphones on and pretended not to hear it.
Yeah.
Just stayed within my camera. So all the people around me were like watching this guy yell out Faeces, and I just didn't even react, so it can't have been me in their mind. But
they
knew.
knew.
It happened as at work now. I've got 3 people that call me Feast. And
they're abbreviating Faeces into Feast. Yeah. So you got nickname within nickname, an abbreviation of your nickname.
And and it happened at the mall when I was with my wife and kids, man.
It happened at the mall as well?
Yeah.
Wow.
Got it from behind. Faeces! Turned around and they go, "It is him!"
Shit, man. Hey, look, I think that's pretty cool, and I think that speaks a lot for what we've been able to do with that vlog.
The fucking vlog. Oh, well.
And that's why I've been thinking about this, and because I'm not really a philanthropist, but I do respect people, and I'm looking out for the good, for the well-being of people like yourself, and because we are friends and we work together.
Oh, thanks, man.
I've decided to shut down the vlog. And
are you happy, really?
Yeah, I just thought we can't have people calling you Faeces. Like, that's just not right.
Is that the reason you did it, or is it?
Is what the reason I did what?
That people are calling me Faeces in real life. Is that the real reason why you're shutting down the vlog?
Mainly because it just requires far too much over enthusiasm and too much energy to maintain doing a vlog. I really can't keep up with it because I do have small red blood cells, which means I don't get a lot of energy. So to do a vlog at that kind of high level of intensity, because to be successful, a lot of editing, and just having that unrealistic levels of enthusiasm, I found it really hard to really just keep going. So I mean, that's why I'm thinking. I think that's the end of the vlog, and I might move on to something else.
Okay, well that'll be interesting to see if the Faeces dies down with that. I guess I'll see over time.
Yeah,
if the Faeces dies with the vlog.
I mean, for my ego, it would be kind of cool if people just kept calling you Faeces, because then it kind of means that it sticks,
Faeces sticks.
The vlog and your character of Feast had that much of an impact on people's lives that they still remember that. They still remember Faeces, the guy who
It's hard
changed
to
his
explain.
fixed mortgage into a floating mortgage.
Yeah, lost
Did
his wife.
crazy stunts, lost his wife, just all that sort of stuff. And
That was
I
a
mean,
character.
you haven't. It's a character. That's what some people fail to realise, and
but
that's
he's
why they've been calling you Faeces, because they legitimately think that's your name.
And it does start to blur in my world too. It does start to feel, well, where does Faeces end and where does Luke start back again? And things aren't that good in there. And
Oh, that's bullshit.
and
You've got a great life, great wife, great children, mate. You've ticked all the boxes.
well, yeah.
And that's what people don't see on the vlog, because it is a parody. It is a parody.
It
It's
is a
not
parody.
real. His name is Luke, not Faeces.
Thanks, man.
But yeah, I mean, it was a good run while it lasted.
Yeah.
And obviously we've got the merch. Shout out to the merch, and you can pick these t-shirts up. They're $40, free shipping within New Zealand. And they're a fantastic t-shirt, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
So I just need to plug that merch, because I think I over-ordered these t-shirts. And the hats, which, I mean, I might just give some of those away, to be
They
honest.
come free with the t-shirt.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll get to that point when I'm just really desperately trying to sell these t-shirts off. I'm not there yet. I shouldn't even... that's bad marketing, what I've just done.
Oh,
I'm not giving away a hat with a t-shirt. I'll
truthful,
discount a hat with a t-shirt.
use my code called
Something like that.
Faeces Caps.
Faeces caps.
My
Fuck it.
Faeces Caps.
All right, should we do that, all right?
Faeces Caps.
So use Faeces hat. Faeces hat is the code that you go to the
You can have
online
this hat.
store. Yeah, you can fucking win. Like, you get one of those hats with one of these t-shirts. Fuck it. I'm holding myself to that. But yeah, hey, look, I tell you what, it's good to be back on this podcast, because we haven't done this for a long time.
Yeah.
Life has gone the way. I've been travelling internationally. Not to brag or anything, but I have been travelling internationally. I'm an international traveller, explorer, and I had a hoot of a time in Indonesia a couple of months ago. That was good. Tell you what,
How long were you there?
I was there for 6 weeks.
Oh, yeah?
I hadn't been over there for about 10 years. So I used to frequently go over to Indonesia and, just do my thing over there.
You'd be a frequent visitor?
I'd go annually.
Did you know that from New Zealand now, wonderful change from Air New Zealand, you can fly there direct
Yeah, well,
for about $800 each way.
$800. Oh, each way.
Each way.
Oh, fuck, that's
you don't
all
have to
right.
stop over in Australia anymore.
Oh, that's good, because I tell you what, it was an absolute
It was a
C word, and when I say, I mean cunt.
cock.
Cunt, getting over there this year, because we had to go via Sydney, and the layover was about 12 hours, I think. So
Jeepers
flew 3
creepers.
hours to Sydney, 12 hours in Sydney airport, and then another 6 hours on to Bali. And that was pretty shit. So it's good that Air New Zealand are doing a direct flight from now.
They might want to actually jump on this, actually.
I think they should.
Yeah, and
Oh,
we'll help
yeah.
promote that fact. And they do a night flight.
Well,
and
no,
then
fuck.
go
Hey, just shush. We
Shush,
can't give them any
stop.
free
Okay.
promotion on here.
Bali, we'll go once a quarter, every 4,
Yeah.
6 weeks. 3 weeks.
Yeah, Bali was great. Ate a lot of food, drank a lot. I tell you what, that was the problem,
Was it
actually.
still cheap? Or was it gone up?
Oh, I mean, it's still relatively cheap. Like, I was whinging about how expensive it was comparatively to 10 years ago, but then I'm pretty sure inflation
Everything's-
fucked over everything.
Yeah.
So in that regard, it was definitely more expensive, but still, you're going out and you're paying half to a quarter of what you would if you were to go out and get a meal in New Zealand. But in saying that, New Zealand's pretty
New Zealand's
fucking
a
expensive.
fucking rip-off.
If you think about coming to New Zealand,
Bring your checkbook. All of it.
be
It's
rich.
be rich.
Yeah, just study hard for actually study doesn't even work. Just be rich. Just be rich. Be born into a wealthy family, and then
Start
you can
investing early.
start investing.
10 years
Pull
before you
out
wanna
your
travel to New
crypto
Zealand.
a couple of years ago if you did. Then come to New Zealand because you'll be able to afford it. If you're not rich or wealthy, or
fucking
have
expensive.
recently had a wealthy parent die or
Pass
something like
away.
that, then don't bother about coming here because it's fucking expensive. We're struggling.
Drug dealers can do it because they got lots of cash flow. And
They're
they
not
can
paying
sort of-
tax as well.
So Australian drug dealers, American drug dealers, you can.
Yeah, you guys come over as
Bring
long as
that
you've got no
cash over.
priors. You
Cash.
should be fine.
That's what they
Yeah,
say.
bring that cash. But yeah, it's really not that good. $8 for a cabbage.
$8 for a cabbage.
Yeah, cabbage is peasant food. I've always thought cabbage as being peasant food, but now it's for the fancy people. The posh.
$3.70 for a Tamarillo.
$3.70 for one Tamarillo.
I know.
Well, Tamarillo's revolting, so I don't know why anyone would spend any money on it. But yeah, it's getting pretty ridiculous. One thing that hasn't gone up in price is Jack Link's jerky, though. That's pretty steady. So I mean, that's what I've been doing. I get it for free, so I don't have to worry about it. But if I didn't get it for free, I would be taking Jack Link's over a cabbage any day. Full of protein. Yeah, it's good for you. Good for your energy. Cabbage. What are you getting out of cabbage anyway? Flavour? It tastes like fucking socks. It has no protein in it. There's barely any nutritional value whatsoever.
It's just a soggy sort of strap, isn't it? So when you chew it, it's like squishy in
your
mouth.
It's like vegan leather.
Vegan leather.
You know?
Yeah.
So New Zealand's in dire straits at the moment. But
maybe that's what they make it out of. Vegan leather.
Vegan leather.
Because it is obviously non-animal based at all. It has to be some sort of plant.
Cabbage.
Cabbage. Just tightly pressed and squirted out cabbage.
I'll tell you what, Rip Curl or someone will be coming up with cabbage board shorts before you know it.
You get cabbage rash.
Yeah.
That's another thing. I've had that.
Someone actually sent me a video earlier today about Rip Curl's new board shorts. And it was some chiropractor, and he didn't look like a chiropractor. He looked like a bloody surfy. I think it was marketing tactics. Like I said earlier, we were talking about marketing. He had long hair, looked like a real like kind of hippie surfy. And he was like, hey, dude, I'm a chiropractor. And it's like, fuck off. Like, you're just an actor, mate. He was definitely an actor. Didn't look like no, not a chiropractor. Some kind of doctor, because chiropractors are hippies. But he was some kind of doctor, and he was trying to sell these board shorts, which were essentially compression tights.
Yeah, tight board shorts.
Well, you know how like every other sport in the world has caught on to compression tights, compression shorts, all that sort of thing. And essentially, that's what Rip Curl was doing. They were trying to rebrand compression shorts and sell them to surfers.
So like bike shorts?
Bike shorts, yeah, essentially bike shorts. Yeah.
Would you wear a pair of bike shorts out in the surf and just those?
If they helped my thighs like retain some form of elasticity in my muscles, then yeah, I probably would. You know, I'd wear board shorts over them because I don't want people seeing my package because I'm insecure about the size of my penis. But I would definitely give them a go if they did give me some form of advantage.
They do really show the size of your penis, eh?
Oh, they do.
Type shorts.
Not so bad when they're black though, because you don't see a lot of definition when you're wearing tight black things.
Yeah. It's all right.
That's why wetsuits are black, did you know?
Maybe we need to not care about penis size.
Did you know though? That's why wetsuits are black. Is because they don't show a lot of definition. Because when wetsuits was first invented, I think they were kind of like a beige colour. And they really did, kind of like beige. So, I mean, for one, you'd look like you're nude, but it would really show off all the imperfections in the body. But then they realised, hey, shit, if we wear black is slimming, it's a slimming colour, and it also doesn't show all the unflattering bulges and curves and crevices in the imperfect human body.
That sounds totally feasible.
Yep.
Yeah,
no, that's a real thing that I just made up now. But I mean, I'd wear compression shorts for sure.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
I think I'd wear them without boardies on top.
Just straight compression shorts.
Yeah.
Fuck it, give it a go, eh? Yeah. Wetsuit shorts.
I'm not worried about the size of my penis anymore.
That's essentially what they are.
Worried about it, but I think we can just move on now.
Yeah, we can. But anyway, I'll stop calling you Faeces. I've never actually called you Faeces apart from those videos.
Oh no, look. I don't even know whether I mind or not. I'm still just trying to work it out.
Well, it's kind of an odd thing to be called shit.
Faeces!
Faeces!
That guy's calling me shit.
Shit, did we have an agenda? Because we haven't done a podcast for fucking months, so I forgot actually how they go.
We wrote down some things, and the first thing on the list says apologies.
Yeah, apologies.
Do some apologies?
Well, I wanted to apologise just for everything. I mean, I wanted to apologise to those people that I said... You know, I told them that we were going to record a podcast, and I just kept telling people, hey, I'm going to record one next week, and it's been going on for months. So apologies to you guys, all 17 of you people who listen to this or watch this podcast. Apologies to you guys, and one girl listens and watches this. Yeah, one woman, sorry. And I also just wanted to apologise for my last video.
What one?
I don't know. I just feel like that's just kind of a general broad statement.
Okay.
Yeah. So just apologise for that one.
Caused by it or something.
Yeah, just anything. Just a general statement.
Or was it a bit shit and you feel bad, or?
Fuck, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's some people who didn't like it or whatever. So just or were offended. Because, I mean,
Well,
that's just how
you're not
the
gonna
world
get
works now.
Yep.
It's pretty easy to just watch something and just try and pick the eyes out of it and mold it and manipulate it in your mind into something that offends you. So to those people who have a wayward imagination and like to make things up in their heads and kind of make up scenarios,
Find an issue.
I'd like to apologise to you guys, but also go fuck yourselves because you're fucking idiots. But
sorry.
Yeah, but also sorry. So,
Any others? Any more apologies?
Do
you want to apologise to...
I think it's just easy for a blanket apology. Blanket apology is always just easiest.
Do you want to apologise to maybe some of the... Because I noticed in some of the comments there was threats made towards you in Hawaii. Off the back of the vlog. People thinking that you were trying to take down a certain other famous vlogger.
Yeah, that's right.
So, but you weren't really. You were just taking the piss out of all vlogs.
Essentially,
so
I was. And we all know who that parody was based on. And it doesn't come from a place of hatred or disrespect. I mean,
it's almost respect.
It is, and that's what I explained to this young Hawaiian gentleman who wanted to do a punch on me. But I was trying to explain that when you do a parody of something, you're generally doing it of someone who has been very successful in what they do.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So it's a compliment.
It is a compliment. And I tried to explain that if someone did a parody of me, I'd be fucking stoked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one of the highest forms of compliments. Yeah. And I tried to explain that to him, and he said, "Well, not here. That's actually disrespectful." And I said, "Well, I don't agree with you." And he said, "Well, I'll see you in Hawaii." And then to which I responded something along the lines of, "Get the fuck out of here with that macho bullshit. I'm not going to Hawaii. Why would I want to if, you're going to do punches on me? That's fucking stupid."
Well, that makes me nervous because I'm going on a family holiday to Hawaii. And I'm scared.
Well, you were in the video.
And I think they're going to go, Faeces! And then I'm going to get beat up as Faeces in my real life.
Yeah. See, that would be...
in front of my kids. Some dude calling me Faeces. That would be
pretty sad. That would be pretty sad if someone tried to beat you up because of a character you portrayed in a satirical internet video.
Yeah.
You know?
Luckily, I'm a really good fighter.
Yeah, well, and you've got a metal head.
It's true, so, yeah, I do have a metal head.
Yeah, so have you ever tried to do that?
I'm an animal in the streets.
Yeah, an animal in the streets and a freak in the sheets. Have you ever tried to direct your head, like if you see an oncoming punch, and direct your head to like certain like punches?
Well, no, I've got little all in my face part. It's metal little plates. So they're not that hard. It's the back of my head that's got a big steel bit.
So the back of your head is where you want to kind of angle it.
That's where I want to take the impact because that's going to hurt their hand. But it might still make my brain bounce, which won't be good.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good. Any kind of concussion.
But basically, if I get punched in the face now because of the steel plates, it's real weak.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good, eh?
No. So I'm no good.
Yeah. So you really got to angle your head, or just avoid confrontation and fighting altogether.
Yeah, my face would be much weaker than your face.
Yeah, I've done a good job of avoiding conflict and physical violence my entire life, I think.
Me too. Mine wasn't I didn't break all my face.
Well, no, you drove a dirt bike off a cliff, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking stupid, to be honest.
Yeah, with no helmet.
Yeah.
I shouldn't laugh.
Yeah.
But I did.
Anyway. Oh, well, you survived.
Hey, we got something else on that. Do you want to do any more apologies?
I think I'm just going to stick with the blanket apology. It's just easier. Like if anyone's just offended by anything, just rewind that part where I apologise, but also told you to go fuck yourself, and just use that bit to I don't know. Just if you felt like you needed an apology, maybe just use that one where I told you also to go fuck yourself. Just use that one. Yeah, just as a blanket.
There's multiple options.
Blanket apology.
Well, the next thing on the agenda says surf stats, surfing statistics. It's a new segment.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's a new segment that you pitched moments ago.
And you've accepted it. And it's basically there's been a roundup of the 2022 statistics within surfing. So I'll just list them off.
Okay, so this is just 2022. Okay, perfect. All right, so you're going to test me here. Quiz me.
Yeah. So first one, what was the longest barrel on record? Oh, this was in 2015. Okay.
This was in 2015. What the fuck? Well,
oh no, hold on. The unofficial longest barrel ever ridden was by Cor Smith at Skeleton Bay in Namibia in 2015.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one.
Oh, that's 27. That's still the longest one. Sorry.
Okay, so that's still the longest one. Oh, okay. So we're going off not the longest of this year or the stats from this year. You've got to be more specific with what you're trying to do here.
Hold on. Okay, here we go. Oh, fuck. This is bad.
This is fucking amateur.
Okay, here we go.
But you pitch this idea.
Okay, let's start with this one. It's financial.
Yeah.
Who is the highest paid surfer in 2022? And that's
Wait, so prize money?
Including major sponsorships and prize money.
Wait, are they a professional surfer or someone just who surfs?
It's a professional surfer, and they are a competitive professional surfer, not like
competitive
a free surfer.
professional surfer.
Yeah, they compete. Who's the highest earning for 22?
I'm going to go with Koa Smith again because he has got this fucking awesome online surf coaching course. And that has to be raking in serious bank.
It's Gabriel Medina on 2.
It's Gabriel Medina.
2.2 mil.
I had him at like number 5.
Kanoa Igarashi.
What, Mick Fanning?
Is second.
Did you say Mick Fanning?
Yeah.
He's not even a pro surfer anymore.
Well, it says Mick Fanning, and that's 2022.
He does sell soft surfboards now.
He made
so
1.5
that is
million
big industry.
He
made 1.5 million. I wonder how much he made off soft tops and beer, though.
Okay, so next surfing statistic.
Yeah, what do you got?
This Kelly Slater has earned the most money over a career of surfing, right?
Yep.
We all know why. 30 years in the game. How much money in US dollars did he earn in just surfing money? You know, competition money.
Throughout his career?
Yeah, winnings.
Well, I think he was doing really well, and then he got the World Surf League to start paying him in Bitcoin.
Really?
A few years ago. So now it's not fucking good for him.
Jesus.
Yeah, he went from the highest paid professional surfer to, I think, top 37.
To the most, one of the most embarrassed.
Yeah, that whole crypto market has fucking plummeted along with Kelly Slater's bank balance. But I'm going to say, like, if you were to put a numerical number figure of US dollars on it, I'm going to say he's made $2.2 million. He's made $4 million in prize money.
Prize money.
Fuck me.
But that's taken 30 years.
30 years.
Yep. Okay.
That is... Hey, when you think about it, that's fucking bad, man. What do they get paid? They get paid like $5 million for a PGA win?
Oh, yeah. Golf.
Something stupid?
Yeah.
To be fair, golf is far more engaging than surfing.
What do you mean engaging?
There's a lot more people who play golf, who watch golf.
I think it's the most popular sport in New Zealand, golf.
Yeah.
There's more golf players than any other sport.
You know why? It's because...
Old farts.
Yeah, old farts. You do not have to have a fucking ounce of athleticism in your rotten old carcass.
To play.
You can be you can do it in a wheelchair, basically. As long as you can fucking get your arms going, swing a club, you can play golf.
And women can play it.
And women can play it too. So there's that.
What's the... And talking about the money per prize event, what's the biggest prize ever won at a surf event?
That was $300,000 by Owen Wright in 2011 at the Rip Curl contest in New York.
Okay.
I remember that one because they wouldn't shut the fuck up about it.
Okay. Now, surfing around the whole world, the global market of surfing.
Yep. So
how much is surfing worth? You think of all the boards sold and the tourism for surfing. And
are we talking about surf tourism as well?
Well, no, actually, just the global surf market. How much is it worth? How big is the global surfing market? It does include tourism. Just money spent on surfing.
Money spent on surfing or surf adjacent product.
Yeah. Maybe it's not tourism because that seems too low.
Let's go $15 million.
For the whole world?
Yeah, the entire world.
No.
Well, how many people are in the world that surf?
Well, there's 7 billion or something people, right?
No, there's 8 billion. There's 8 billion people.
And what, 10% surf?
Say 10% of 8 billion surf, for sure. So it's 800 million.
8 million?
There's 800 million.
Is there 800 million surfers?
There's 800 million surfers. Was it 10% of the world's population surf?
Well, what's our guess?
Yeah.
Should we Google how much people surf? Nah, 10%
that'll be sad because it won't be right.
Okay.
So 800 million people surf, and then... How much? What did I say? $15 million.
Yeah, it's got to be more. At least they spend $1 each.
If everyone spent $1 each, $800 million.
Yeah. So how much?
What did I say again? 15 million.
Yeah, you were really low.
Yeah, I lowballed it.
Like I
definitely lowballed it.
A couple of streets.
Okay, let's go with $15 billion.
It's more like it, but it's actually only $4 billion.
$4 billion.
As much money as surfing's worth.
Fuck.
Do you want another one?
How much of that have you made out of surfing industry?
Well, we probably can take claim
We've probably made the same amount, I reckon, in the surf industry.
4 billion?
No, well, no, us, like, I've made as much out of the surf industry in the last year as you have.
No, well, you've made more than I have.
Well, I haven't made anything, so.
No,
actually, I made $700. I came third in a contest.
Yeah, and you make content that sponsors you.
By a fucking
related.
beef jerky company.
Yeah, it's surfing related. Oh,
That's not the surf industry.
Oh, yeah.
That's the dried meat industry, my friend.
Yeah. No, you're not taking any money from the surf market.
No, I'm not taking any money from the surf industry.
Sheep and beef market.
Yeah, fucking...
Dried
the
jerky market.
Meat market. I love a good old meat market.
Yeah, the meat market.
Yeah,
man.
shout out to Jack Links. Shout out to Jack Links for keeping me fed and keeping me paid.
Yep, and deep in the meat market.
Deep in the meat market.
Okay.
Go one more stat because this
is
section kind of sucks.
How many surfboards get sold each year?
150,000.
It's 24 million.
24 fucking million surfboards a year.
Yeah, we should buy less surfboards. That sounds like a lot of rubbish.
That does sound like a lot of trash.
24
I wonder
million
what percentage
annually.
of that 24 million was shaped by a 7-year-old Taiwanese child.
It's probably set like, again, 10%.
a large amount.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
A large amount.
Just specifically, and there's other countries that do that maybe.
Yeah.
Well,
you know what they do in some of those third world countries? They get the... what is it? You know, the disabled children and stuff, and put them in surfboard factories to sand the boards. What?
Nothing. I felt the pain, and I had to rock my head back to absorb the torture and unfairness behind that.
It
and
sucks,
the disgusting
but
behaviour exhibited by the...
Apparently they do a really good fucking finishing job. The clear coat that like these little disabled children can do is up there with like
Some
a
of the
professional surfboard shaper. And
Well,
that's
I
why
hope
everyone's
they're
just like,
paid.
oh, buy local, like buy a handmade surfboard. And it's like, why would I want to support someone who's actually like in a first world country doing well, you know, and they've probably got a house and a family and all this sort of shit, when I can give my money to like an 8-year-old guy with spina bifida in Thailand? You know, like he needs that money more than like a local shaper does.
Yeah, your logic's wonderful. I'm just not sure that it trickles down as well as you think, because...
Are you trying to tell me that 8-year-old child in Thailand with spina bifida is not getting paid as well as a surfboard shaper in New Zealand?
Yeah, he's probably not seeing the same trickle down.
Yeah.
I don't know if he even wants to be there.
Yeah, you are right.
So... But good
shout
that
out to those guys. Good,
well, it's
good
good
job.
that you probably raise awareness to that happening, and we should look at it in a way that maybe it should be changed.
Yeah, we can like beef their salary up a little bit more.
Beef the salary, in good working conditions, and absolutely.
Yeah, but I guess the thing is, when you're 8 years old, like you don't need as much money.
Yeah, got a job. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Your overheads are lower than someone who has like their own
skills
family.
Going to work that young, and
it's work experience.
It's work experience,
Mm.
but they shouldn't do it, and it's actually not good at all.
So is there any more stats? Because I feel like if I answer any more of those, I'm going to dig myself a deeper hole.
No, I think we'll pull a pin to the stats and move straight in to just something else, man.
Yeah, I want to move away from that as quickly as I possibly can. I'm not good with numbers. I'm not good with numbers or stats or any of that sort of like anything that involves like thinking. You know, never really been my strong point.
Your strong point's surfing.
My strong point is surfing, and that's why we try and talk about it on this podcast. And that's why like what's been happening like within surfing? Like I mean not to toot my own horn, but I did do that turn at Uluwatu in the end of September, early September I think it was.
It's funny how one turn can make you so cool.
Yeah, it really kind of like boosted my credibility, like my street cred.
You got that got shown around the globe on internet sites and other pages, and it's real notoriety for going left and then big turn right.
Yeah, and I had some people call me out on that and just say, "Hey, look, you photoshopped that." I haven't photoshopped. I mean, I don't even know how to use Photoshop. The Adobe subscription per year is fucking expensive. You know, it costs $40 a month Australian for Photoshop.
Maybe we should.
So I'm not
Adobe
fucking
want to get on board here too. With
yeah, we'll hit up
creation
Adobe. I'm not investing that much money just to make some spray look bigger on a photo.
When you can just do it with your legs in the surf.
Exactly. And some people have called me out and said, "Hey, look, I could do that too if I was like 106 kgs." And
no, you couldn't.
It's not necessarily because I've seen a lot. Like I've seen a lot of fat people that can't surf. You know, just because you know I've got some weight.
Kilos and I can't do it.
You can't do that shit exactly. Like that's where you need a certain level of skill. You need some talent, and you
Big
need like
balls.
a fire deep within inside you that is trying to make up for stuff that you've that's happened in your life and things that have happened in your childhood that you're trying to forget, and you're trying to suppress those memories and those feelings, and then it all just comes out this one day at Uluwatu, and you bottom turn, and then you just look at it and you're just like, no, fuck this, not again, and then you just unleash on the lip, and then you feel good again, and you feel alright, and you feel comfortable with who you are, and you get on with your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
And it shows, all of that shows in that turn. And there were rumours floating around the internet too that suggested it was like a world record height spray.
I think it was, yeah.
There's no one buckets that high.
I seeded that rumour. I seeded that one.
Was that you?
Yeah, it was. But to be honest, like, I don't know, fuck it. It didn't even feel that good when I did that turn. I kind of just felt like I just I don't know, just did a turn, you know.
That's a big one.
And then my friend was like, shit, there's a lot of spray there. And I was just like, yeah, I mean, of course there was. It's me. What do you expect? And he was like, nah, but more so than usual. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, a little bit more than normal. You gave it a little bit extra.
Yeah.
What else is going on in the surf world?
I mean,
Pro surfing? There's no comps
that's probably
on.
the biggest thing that's
Challenger
happened this
series?
year.
No,
Yeah, there's a contest on at the moment. And where is it in Hawaii? Haleiwa. Fuck, I can always never really pronounce that properly, and I want to pronounce it properly because I feel like a fuckwit if I don't pronounce it properly. I think it's Haleiwa.
Where's that?
But even though it's a W, but I think it's like, it's not German, it's Hawaiian, obviously. But Haleiwa, yeah. And it's in Hawaii, and it is the last event of the year for the Challenger Series. The whole World Tour thingy, the Championship Tour, that finished few months ago at Trestles in an absolute fucking fizzer of an event once again. Still not sure why they're persisting to have that as the season finale at 2 to 3 foot onshore shit little trestles, but they're doing that. And they're sticking with it. They're sticking to their guns. Yeah. If anything, they're fucking stubborn. Yeah. And I don't know if it'll get them anywhere, if it'll just, just ride off into the sunset, into a fiery ball of shit.
Should we start a new one?
A new championship tour?
Like they did in golf. There's the PGA, then there's the LIV League. From the Saudi.
That's where we get the Saudis on board.
Get the Saudis on board, man.
I think if we can do a good pitch to the Saudis,
and
like I said, I mean, we started this podcast talking about marketing and selling ice to the igloos. I reckon if we can sell sand to the Saudis, we can be on board with this. Like essentially, that's what we're doing. We're selling sand to the Saudis because we want the Saudis to make some kind of surf beach, right? Yeah,
they'll make mean as indoor big fake pools. They're loaded.
They'd love that shit. They'd love it, I reckon.
What about the whole they like treat their woman like shit and
and then just the human rights violations and all that sort of shit, and then like if you're caught stealing, cut your hand off, they kill children, all that sort of shit. But sweep that under the rug, man. If they're gonna throw a whole bunch of money at surfing, sign me the fuck up. Yeah.
Like they'll throw billions and trillions at it and build this league where you can take it on within the first year, like directly take on, pay the big surfers. Who are we going to bring over? We need some notorious people.
Obviously only men. You can't have women in Saudi Arabia.
True, no women surfing in there. And we need a name.
And I think it would be an issue too, like because a lot of the, when you're wearing a wetsuit, I guess the women would have to wear wetsuits because you're not allowed to show your ankles in that. But men,
like a diving suit, dry suit, right around a little circle on their face, all the way down to the bottom of the legs.
Yeah, just cover their faces and all that. I reckon you obviously have to have a wave pool because they don't have an ocean in Saudi Arabia, but
they might still pay, and we could go to the better spots around the world, like not end at Trestles. They'll still let, like LIV goes around the world.
Yeah, but I don't think they would be allowed to operate around the world.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there would be kind of something to do with all the human rights violations and
they'll be like, no, you're not bringing the...
Well, no, we're not having anything Saudi-related in Tahiti or Mexico or wherever it may be.
What else? Yeah, okay. We could go
unless
Russians
they created a shell company. They created a shell company that wasn't associated with anything from Saudi.
We'll hide them.
And then hid it so that you wouldn't know what. Maybe the World Surfing League is a shell company.
Maybe.
It must be because they're running it into the ground. Like you don't have to have a shell company doing well, right?
No.
It's just a front for some other kind of business. I don't know how this shit works, money laundering and all that, but I mean, maybe it is.
But we won't try money launder. We'll pay it by the books. It's just about hiding the fact that Saudis are involved.
Yeah, just hiding the fact that you've got,
We'll just do that on
turbo misogynists and murderers and stuff like that.
Anyway.
Not saying anything bad about like Saudi Arabia and all that, but Yeah, it's not. I don't want to go there.
No, I don't believe in their human rights and stuff, and we're not taking the piss out of any religions or anything either.
No, absolutely not.
Hijabs and that, but
I mean, and at the end of the day, when you think about it,
let's walk away from this.
Human rights are kind of subjective anyway. You know,
mine are.
Yours,
mine seem
your
to be.
Personal human rights. Yeah, but I think there is definitely room for an alternative tour.
Yeah.
There was talk about maybe 20 years ago. I think Shane Beshin, or Bestchin, I'm not sure how you pronounce his last name, just like I don't know how to pronounce Hell either.
Bestchin.
But he was proposing to do a Rebel tour. They were going to have a Rebel World Tour.
Rebel League.
And it never really took off because of, I guess, a lack of funding, and they didn't have the best surfers on the world involved. But I think if there is some form of mutiny, within the ranks of the World Surf League, if there's a mutiny and all the top surfers revolt against it, and the Saudis jump in with a whole bunch of money, it doesn't even have to be the Saudis, but someone to fund an alternative tour, I think it could definitely get off the ground.
What about we take sponsorship money from liquor companies and cigarettes? Because they find it hard to advertise these days, and if we open the door to them, get Victoria Bitter and some Winfield Blues.
Yeah, well, I mean, you think about it, cigarettes are really just old school energy drink companies. Like, it's in the same vein, right?
It's the same vein.
Yeah, it's the same thing. And you got energy drink companies.
Soon.
I'm still baffled as to why they're able to just fly freely under the rug like that. But I mean, any kind of poison was always going to make you a little bit money. So little bit money.
Okay.
But yeah, we get them involved. I mean, we pitch it towards them. Although what I just said about energy drink companies, they probably don't want to get on board now. But I think there's definitely options there. But I mean,
maybe we'll just ask Jack Links, man. Jack Links.
We'll just hit up Jack Links. But anyway, I'm thinking about running an event this summer in Raglan, just to kick it off. At least see how that goes, and maybe take it from there.
Yeah, see them in Surf City, Raglan style.
Or just probably just get on the piss at the beach.
Raglan Surfport Surf Comp.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing it. I ran one a couple of years ago, and it was a lot of fun. Yeah, even Kooks can go on it. Anyone. But I ran one a few years ago, and we just paddled out on all this obscure surf paraphernalia. Had a couple of those blow-up Haviana jandals, a few soft tops with no fins in them, a kayak, an inner tube, just a whole bunch of shit, and just go out and
see what you can do.
Be fuckwits.
Yeah. Enjoy the ocean and its
just
fruits.
Enjoy the ocean. Yeah, it was a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to get into something. Sorry, no segue at all.
No, none needed, man.
But I thought we would switch things up a little bit and try and get the viewers or the listeners involved. And so I put it out there and I said, hey, if anyone's got any questions for the podcast, send me in an audio file and we'll see if we can answer them. So
wow,
I do have some here on my phone. It's a little bit rugged. I'm not sure how to do the whole technology thing, so I just recorded it on my phone. But
just push play, man.
Yeah, I'll just push play. But so here's the first. No, I can do it. So here's the first question, and this is from a listener/viewer called Shannon. So we're going to listen to his question first.
Can you maybe just talk about the overall feedback you received from the clip with Anastasia Ashley? Yeah, what was the overall feedback, and maybe you could outline some of the controversy that emerged and just the absolute stupidity of that. Maybe. I don't know, man. You do you. Alright, dude. I love you, man. I really fucking love you. I do. I mean that. Can you...
Okay, so...
It's weird how that turned into a love note.
Oh, that's cool. I'll take it. But anyway, that video, what he's referring to is a video...
Did that end there, or did that just kick... What does he get in? There's a conversation there.
It
gets inappropriate.
Yeah. Well, just like how you...
He goes down the rabbit hole quickly, that man, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Shannon.
Maybe you could just show that to your kids later. Just get them used to the world. But so what he's referring to is a video that I did with Anastasia Ashley over in Bali. When was it? A couple months ago, whatever it was. And it was about... Oh, fuck, you've seen it. What was it about?
Gender role reversal.
It was a gender role reversal.
Yeah.
And
so what the women sort of experience while surfing, what the men say to them while they're trying to paddle out, about their board size, where they're lying on the board, offering advice that's just unneeded because the girls are out there surfing and they just let them surf. You don't need to talk about what they're doing and what they're wearing and them being out there at all.
That's right. It's basically about men offering unsolicited advice to women out in the surf. And I got a lot of feedback from that.
Hard to do. I can't do it. I like to tell women what to do.
And how often have you had a man or a woman come up to, because you can't surf for shit, so and it's clearly obvious. So how often have you had a man or a woman come up to you and offer you advice?
Never.
You've never had that.
I'm always asking for it.
Yes. And so what would have happened if you were a female, an attractive female, you would have received a shit ton of advice. And that's what's happened. And that was the overarching idea or feedback really that I got from women, was that it had happened to them a shitload of times. But there were some men, very few, but there were some, just even some, who were saying that this is something that never happens. This is not a thing. Why did you make a video about this?
Oh,
yeah,
so
they were very defensive.
Rumours. Maybe it's not true and doesn't happen, and the women are lying.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking all these women who are saying, "Oh my God, this is so true. This has happened to me so often." Were they lying?
Well, because women do lie,
you know?
And that has been proven.
And they do. And I thought about that, because like women have lied to you all throughout your life, and you're obviously psychologically ruined and scarred for that. But they don't lie to everyone. And I was just wondering, why are all these women lying to me? And then so I went through my bullshit radar and kind of like did some research, and what I found out that these women were in fact not lying. These were truths that they were speaking. And these 3 or 4 men, they were in fact felt, was it demasculated? Emasculated. They felt emasculated by what I was saying, and these women who were actually going out and could surf and didn't need that kind of advice, because in the past these men, I'm assuming, had tried to give women this unsolicited advice, and now I had been calling them out about it. So they had felt very. So
rather than taking the actual lesson from it, which is leave the woman alone, they decided to complain and lean into it a little bit more.
Yes, that's exactly what happened. And there were some very interesting responses that I got from guys. So I did an apology video to all those men, and they didn't like that apology video either.
Were they white men? Normally they're the worst.
Yes. Yeah.
They were.
Yeah, they were poor, oppressed white men. But yeah, anyway, so that was an interesting video, or interesting feedback from that video, and it was quite an eye-opener to see how many poor, oppressed men there were within surfing. I mean, I knew there were some,
and it was really good
because
to
I've been one.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just interesting to see.
And it was good to really sort of look at both sides. You know, you don't want to just straight away believe the woman.
No, of course, because
lie,
there is that saying, believe all women. You know, it's just like, well, there's a lot of them,
that lie,
saying the same thing, which kind of led me to believe that, hey, maybe, just maybe, there's some truth to it.
Yeah, okay.
You know?
All right. Well, was there any more? Thank you for your questions, Shannon. That was lovely to really contribute to the show like that.
Yep.
Is there something else that we could...
There's another question. This is from Morley.
Morley?
Hold on, Morley.
Is that a nickname? Or is it a first name?
Wait, hold on. Here we go.
Hi, it's Morley here from Canada. I have a 2-part question for you. First part is for Luke C. Just wondering, if you ever had heat with Kelly Slater, would you look him directly in the eye? Why or why not? Second question.
Okay,
what did he say?
We said if I ever had a heat with Kelly... It was hard to understand him.
He was yelling out letters in the middle of that. Did you hear him?
He said A.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what Canadians do.
B.
Much like we do.
Oh, A-Y-E, like A.
Yeah, like we do. You know how we say A all the time? I think it's also a Canadian thing. But they say E, like that. They say E.
Oh, okay. That's fine. That's
was trying to... The question was, if I had a heat with Kelly Slater, would I look him in the eyes? Would I? Would I look him in the eyes? You damn fucking right, I'd look him directly in his eyes. I wouldn't say a thing to him. I would just look him in the eyes the entire time. I would not break eye contact with him. It would be hard for me to paddle out. It would be hard for me to duck dive. It would be hard for me to catch waves. But I would do whatever I could. If I caught a wave, whatever, I would do whatever I could to keep that eye contact with Kelly Slater, because I know that he likes mind games. But if there's one person who likes mind games, all I can say is me. So I'd fuck with his mind, and I would lose the heat because I wouldn't even be able to catch a wave. But I would fuck him over mentally, and there's no way in hell he's going to go on to win that next heat.
Yeah, you win the mental battle,
Yeah.
and that one scars, and it
Yeah.
sits with him. He'll remember it.
I would leave him
And
thinking,
it's
why
the
did
way to
why
stay in
did-
his mind?
I'd leave him thinking, why did Luke Sederman just stare at me that entire time and not even catch a wave, not even attempt to surf against me?
Mind
Well,
games, Kelly.
Yeah. And he would be thinking about that the next heat.
And
And
the
he would.
next heat,
I would leave
and the
him
next
thinking
heat.
about that.
That's
You
a
know?
good answer
Why
and
did
a good
why did
option.
he throw that heat? So yes, I would. I would look him directly in the eyes and I would not break contact. Much like I do with. I'm not going to go there.
My dog.
Yeah, well, I was going to get into some weird sexual innuendo, but you're into it. And then the second question.
Question is for Luke T.
It's for you.
Have you ever dabbled in herring? If so, what was your favorite flavor there? Thanks a lot, boys.
What did he say?
He said, Luke T, which is your name, Luke Taplin, have you eaten herring before? And if so, what is your favourite flavour?
Heron.
Herring.
What's herring?
It's a fish. So in the northern hemisphere, they have this fish called a herring. It's like just a real shit little fish that we would throw away or use for bait here. But they fucking eat it.
Like a sardine?
Yeah, kind of like a sardine. Yeah.
I've
Similar
had
to a
sardines.
sardine, but
I've had
worse.
sardines.
Yeah.
And I had like a tomato basil.
Oh, that's the worst flavour for sure. That's
Oh
revolting.
no, that was a tuna.
No, that's different. Yeah.
Lemon
So tuna
pepper.
is also a different fish from a sardine or a herring.
Maybe a lemon pepper
Lemon pepper?
herring. Is that
Herring?
an option?
Oh, fuck. I don't know. I don't eat the shit.
Deep fried.
Yeah. But anywho.
I don't know. Thank you for your question.
Yeah,
Any
great
others?
question, Morley. Hold on. There was another one here. Where are we?
Maybe raw.
Hold on.
Just
Here's
like
here's
thin
one.
slivers raw.
Yeah, hey guys. Really love the podcast. I just started surfing like maybe 3 months ago, just on soft top at the moment, but like hopefully eventually going to graduate to a hard top surfboard on some green water. But I was just wondering, because a lot of my friends, they don't actually realise that I'm a surfer now. So I was just wondering, like, is there a way, like maybe something I can do, say, or even wear, so people will recognise that I am now a surfer? Just wondering if you guys could point me in the right direction. Thanks. This is Blake. Well, Blake is my name. Cheers, guys.
That's a great question, actually, Blake. So what he wanted to find out, well, he's obviously a new surfer, and he wanted his friends to recognise that he was now a surfer. And one thing he did put in there was if there was something that he could wear that could make him at least look like a surfer to his friends and his family members, I guess. Blake, well, I mean, obviously, the best thing that you could do is buy a Raglan Surfboard t-shirt, am I right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
You
just
are right.
any kind of Raglan Surfboard merch. We've got hats as well, $35, free shipping within New Zealand. And then t-shirts, $40. We've got the new Stay Jazzed ones if you're a fan of the vlog. Or we've just got the basic logo ones. There's a couple of sweatshirts left. But yeah, I mean, that's a great question, Blake.
And that's what you should do.
And I mean, those are the kind of questions that we want coming in.
And with what can you say? Just say very little and just act stoned a bit and
Yeah, just really,
just
like
fucking
the
dumb
best
it
way I
up.
think is to not think. You know, if you want to come across as a surfer, just a stereotypical surfer, the best way to go about it is just to do less, a lot less.
Way less.
Maybe throw in your job and go on the dole, something like that. Smoke a bit of marijuana. Those are all the stereotypical surfers traits that we all share. But mainly buy some Raglan Surfboard merchandise. It's available at theraglansurfreport.com. And I mean, get it, Blake.
Feeling
Hopefully
like a
you'll
hell
buy
of an
something.
ad now, but
Hopefully you'll buy something, Blake. Not so much for me and my wallet, but more so for you. Just trying to help you and whoever else needs some kind of help to look more like a surfer. Yeah. So I mean, hopefully that helps.
good luck, man.
Yeah. And
Nice name too, Blake.
Blake is a good
Strong.
solid name. And I mean that I think that was it for.
That's it for the questions.
Yeah, there were questions. We didn't have many.
That's all right.
This week. But, I mean, at least there's some. At least it goes to show that there are people who are interested in this podcast.
There's nothing on the agenda either now.
There was nothing on the agenda, although there might have been one question.
Oh, an online question. What's your body
How
count?
many-
No.
How many hours do I have to surf skate before I can get a super wicked barrel at Raglan?
10,000 hours.
So this is one of the things where I'm starting to kick myself now is the whole surf skating thing, because I feel like this year I've really not been focusing on surf skate, but it's been it's been there.
Yeah.
You know, I've been creating some videos or
it's
content
always
or whatever you
popping
call.
its little face up, eh?
It's always there, surf skating.
It's a thing, and it's in your face.
And I've shot myself in the foot here because I don't really care about surf skating. I think it's fucking stupid for sure. I think people should, if you want to get better at surfing, just go skateboarding or surfing. Like, skateboarding is a great way to cross-train for surfing. The whole wobbly truck thing, like going around inanimate objects or going and pretending you're on a wave, like all that stuff is kind of fucking stupid. Because there are people who are trying to monetize that shit and sell online courses. But just go skateboarding and... Yeah, I've kind of put myself into this box here where I'm like the guy that hates surf skating. You know, I'll send him a video on Instagram. Hey, they tag me and stuff. Hey, Luke, what do you reckon about this? And it's just, I don't really care. Like, some of it's kind of interesting in that, but also I don't really give a fuck about surf skating. Like, I don't hate it. I'm impartial, really. Not sure if that's the right word, but I'm going to try and move away from that, much like I'm going to move away from the vlog.
You've got a very lovely big surf skate.
Yeah, I got sent one. That was the fucking one of the most insane things that's happened to me this year. Was I did a video about surf skating, taking the piss out of it, and then a fucking surf skate company sent me a skateboard, a surf skateboard.
Now you use it in the videos, and now that's what they see.
Yeah, and I took the piss out of those Pit Viper sunglasses, and what happened? Pit Viper sent me some sunglasses.
Yeah,
I'm going to start taking the piss out of houses.
And woman.
No, I'm not going to cross that. We can't fucking... I already do take the piss out of... Well, I take the piss out of my girlfriend, but she's like low-hanging fruit.
Thanks for listening to the podcast today.
Yeah, hopefully she's not going to listen to this. Any last words?
I'm going to go to work.
That sounds a bit morbid. You do have to go to work. Okay. Well, sweet. I mean, this was a good bit of fun. It was good to get back on here and get back into it. And I guess fucking...
That's it, man.
Yeah.
I just think that I'm going to leave you with a thought. It is work on your soul. There you go. Just have a think about that today and just...
Work on your soul.
Yeah. So you can break yourself down into your mind, body and soul, and you sort of you can think, oh, my mind's a 6 out of 10 at the moment. Body's a like 9 out of 10. My soul's maybe a 4 out of 10. Just do some little things, maybe do something nice or something out there in the world, put something out into the universe and take the soul mark up a notch. So then you can start working towards that triple-double, 10-10-10.
I'm going to edit this bit out of the podcast. Okay. Thanks for watching or listening, guys.
Bye.
See you next time.